Hi, I'm Glenn and I play drums in Moose Blood.
Hello, I'm Kyle, I play bass in Moose Blood.
And this is one of our favourite records ever, probably. I think for me it was my introduction to Brand New, I think. And yeah, me and Kyle were in a band together when we were like 15 or something. I was obviously going to bring that up. Where we eventually got around to covering this whole record, like front to back, in a band practice one day.
Yeah.
We killed it.
Yeah, it was one of those records where I learned one song and then I was like, I actually really like the next track, and then I learned every single track on guitar. And then I think over time I learned every track on bass guitar as well, just through coincidence, because it's just one of those records.
I think I could play a few of them on guitar, and then most of it on drums as well. Probably.
Yeah, I really distinctly remember those practices where we did that as well.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I remember getting the record from my best friend and bass player at the time, and he gave me this record and he was like, this record's like gonna change your perspective on everything that you have in your CD collection. And he gave it to me, and I used to have a CD player next to my bed, and I would lie with headphones just listening to the whole record just on repeat over and over and over. Yeah, it was probably one of the first records I learned every word to as well, which was pretty cool. I remember when I got Devil and God, it was my first record as a present from my friend John, and he gave me that. I didn't know what to say. I was just like, I didn't even have a record player at the time. I kind of saved it, kept it back for when I did, and that kind of started the collection, started me collecting records, which is huge as well. It's pretty big, and that was like years and years after it came out. But I remember waiting at school when it came out as well.
Yeah.
And that was like so wild production-wise as well. That kind of got me more into production side of records, which was pretty massive as well, actually, thinking about it.
That was one of the records, Devil and God's one of those ones where different people will hear it and hear different lyrics in almost every song as well. And I remember they made such a big deal out of like Send Us $1. It was that one, right? Send us $1 and we'll send you the lyrics. And I remember just going on lyric websites and be like, what is he saying there? And all of them would have different answers. And
Didn't it?
What the hell? Like,
didn't they send those lyric sheets back like 10 years later or something?
Yeah, they did the zine. Like, which is crazy. Fucking, no one else would do that. No one else would do that.
It's bonkers, really.
Yeah, it's crazy. Massively.
For like us, it probably made me learn guitar better than I did, which got me into a whole world which I'd never even experienced before.
Same to be honest. Like Brand New and Blink-182 would have been like the bands that, like, drumming wise, Blink-182 more so. But I remember playing along to Brand New on guitar when I was first learning and stuff, and just wanting to learn everything. I think some of the sounds they get are really cool. They just write in a really interesting way a lot of times. The lyrics are just ridiculous as well. It makes you want to write, and then it makes you want to give up ever trying to write as well, because it's so good.
It's really good. It's very true. Kind of captures a feeling as well when you're growing up, like through like teenage angst, I guess. They have like sad songs on there, and everyone can relate to that. And then they kind of have like loud, angry songs, which definitely you can relate to as a teenager.
I'm really, really thankful that a lot of their records came out at the time that it did when we were in high school, because you definitely connected that much more to it from being that age and stuff.
But I remember the first track as well. You play that and you're kind of like, is this even the right thing? Because it was the era of downloads as well. Like everyone used to download music all the time. Kind of downloading it first, I'm too excited, I want to hear it first, like before it's even out. Just like, crap, this isn't even the right thing. And then kicks in and you're just like, what?
I remember that being one of those records as well, where like YouTube was obviously a big thing, it still is, but like we're starting to be a much bigger thing. It's this website called YouTube, it was one of those things where like I think there was a performance of Jesse playing Bought a Bride before it was out, and there was that one part in the second verse where he starts shouting, and I got like literally got shivers watching it. I was like, I need this album as soon as it's out. It was one of those things where like no one really does that anymore, where you'll hear a live clip of something before it's even out. Like,
yeah, that's a great thing. Oh yeah, speaking of download and before it's even out, like the Devil and God Rage Inside Me thing, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
like the whole leaked album, which is mental.
Yeah.
And the fact that they were like, no, not even putting it out now, you've heard it, that's it. I'm not even going to release it, we're going to change it completely. That was pretty cool. No band's done that I can think of either.
No. And then again, 10 years later, selling it.
They put it out on tape. That's pretty cool.
Refer to
okay. That's a bold question. Big.
Yeah.
I like kind of when people try and work out what tracks are about and stuff. I like the open. I think it's pretty funny to kind of work out what people are thinking. Jesse had some sort of like obsession with an actress. That's kind of cool, but you'd never know if that's true as well, which is cool. I like Play Crack the Sky, that it's so live that you can hear the door shut at the end and let him get off the stool.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of cool. Because when you start recording records and you become really obsessed with things being perfect, I think sometimes the things that are imperfect are what makes a track sometimes, like that. Like if you can hear a foot click of a pedal and like that, or you hear like phasing of a guitar, I think that's like the cool parts that you really, it sticks in my mind anyway. You can't make that up. It's really like honest. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just kind of roll with that.
No, yeah, I agree. I've seen them a bunch of times, you both have.
Yeah, I think at one point I'd seen them like every time they come over for like 5 years or something mad. Until I remember I had a ticket and I ran out of money and I couldn't even get up there. And I had to give it to you to sell or give it to John.
Oh yeah, of course.
And I was really annoyed. I bought a standing ticket for Roundhouse, and they sent me a seating ticket, and I was so annoyed. I was like, I don't even have the money to go, and I gave it away to a friend.
Yeah, one of the best, not to rub it in, one of the best shows we've ever been to as well. The first time that I think it was the first time both of us saw them, Hammersmith Apollo.
Yeah, oh man, yeah, still one of my favourite shows.
One of the best shows I've ever been to. It was just crazy. I remember they ended on You Won't Know, and him just shouting You Won't Know like 50 times, or it seemed like it was just so good. That I think I already wanted to be in a band anyway, and would play in any band that anyone asked me to join. But after that show, I was just like, that's what I'm gonna do. Like that's literally, I want to do that. It was just ridiculous.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. They played with Me Without You, and they all came out with Toms at the end, and everyone was joining in, and it was huge. It was so good. Yeah, still probably to this day like best show.
They're just one of the best live bands, I think. Like they sound good on record, and they replicate it so well live, and add in new things and stuff like that. The sounds they make is just crazy. Yeah.
Hey, what's up? My name's Alex. I play in Basement, and the guys here asked me to pick one of my favorite records. So I thought back to when I was in middle school, and a friend of mine gave me some songs off this record. It's Red Hot Chili Peppers' Californication.
I'm Nick. I play guitar in Citizen. I picked Kendrick Lamar to Pimp a Butterfly as my favorite record of the last year.